Good morning, Infinity. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Yoga Sunday. Welcome to the core of consciousness and the apex of authenticity. My name is Reverend Jeff Obafemi Carr. I want to welcome you to Yoga Sunday. Y'all, it is Yoga Sunday. This is the space. This is the church, the spiritual community. This is the congregation, if you will, that every single fourth Sunday invites you to put your body on the mat to align it with your mind and your spirit. That's what Yoga Sunday is about. You have not arrived here by accident. We are live right here from the Infinity Center, and we're joining you from wherever you are in the nation, in the world, in the universe. You might be on the other side of Mars watching Yoga Sunday. We welcome you in whatever language may be available for you to understand this. If you're receiving the signal, you obviously are understanding us. But welcome to Yoga Sunday. Tell you what we want you to do. Say hello in the chat. Say hello to somebody and celebrate some gratitude. We're going to send gratitude through the universe. So as you are on your mats, as you are preparing today to participate in Yoga Sunday, we've got a wonderful download of a message to program into your consciousness for you to align yourself with the universe. We also have this movement going on. Yoga Sunday is for all levels. So even if you tuned in today and said, oh, I forgot it was Yoga Sunday, let me go get brunch. No, do yoga first, then go get brunch, and you'll feel a whole lot better, especially with today's practice energy. It's something that you can take with you from here on out. So listen, say hello in what we call the infinite life stream. Type something that tells us who you are and one thing that you're grateful for. You'll hear a familiar song, those of you who have tuned in before, in the background called Good Morning to You. So we're going to play that. We're going to invite you, as you are saying hello to people who are showing up for Yoga Sunday. Let us know who you are. Give us one thing you're grateful for, and let's start this morning off with gratitude. We'll be back after a few slides to launch us into Yoga Sunday. Welcome to Infinity, y'all. Welcome home. We want to say good morning to everybody. Good morning to those who are in the space with us today. Good morning to our tech crew today. Good morning to you. My name is Reverend Jeff Obafemi Carr. I am the founder and chief spiritual officer of the Infinity Fellowship. And we're glad that you joined us today for Yoga Sunday as we open the way. We open the way to spirit. We ask that at this time you just begin to slow your breath a little bit. We've got a practice that is focused on meditation, but we never want to start any religious ceremony, any spiritual ceremony, any community gathering without some sort of centering on the God of our acceptance and understanding. So I'm going to invite you, as we've learned over the last several years, to go with God. As the elders used to say, always start your day off before you talk to anybody, before you pick up anything. Spend just a few brief moments connecting to the God of your understanding and acknowledging that presence, and see how your life will change. So here on Sundays, that's what we do. So we invite you to sit a little taller wherever you are and just take a deep breath. Then just let it go. Take another deep breath just like that. Find a stillness and let it go. Good. One more good deep breath that's healing and cleansing. And then release. Close your eyes and allow your head to bow. Allow your heart to open as we begin to now focus on the God of your understanding, the God of your acceptance, the energy of good, orderly direction, if that is your acronym for that energy, the energy of light, the energy of love, as we say welcome into this place. As all heads are bowed and our hearts are open, we go to the divine in prayer. We speak this from an affirmative space and say, O limitless and all wise and all knowing and all loving creator, we give thanks to you on this special day, on this 27th day of April in 2025, the year of divine development. We give thanks to you in this moment right now for that moment of acknowledgement of your awareness of us and the acknowledgement that we are indeed grateful. Thank you for waking us up this morning. We recognize and we understand that there were people who laid down last night and they just didn't get up this morning in this world. And fortunately, we were not one of them. We have another chance to do it again today. So we're grateful for the positive vibration that you are giving us right now. We're grateful for this moment of transformation that we call Yoga Sunday. We're grateful for this community called the Infinity Fellowship. We're grateful for the use of our limbs. We're grateful for our sight. We're grateful for our ears. We're grateful for our ability to speak and articulate. We're grateful for our minds. And even though they sometimes betray us based on what we put inside our heads from various stimuli, in moments like these, we come into alignment and the understanding that all things are working for our favor and our good. And so we give thanks in this moment today. As we acknowledge the suffering in the world, as we acknowledge those places that need to be improved inside each and every one of us, as we acknowledge in this month of recognizing that all our relations are carried in our physical and spiritual DNA, we recognize that there is trauma that needs to be healed. We acknowledge that there are generational issues that have come to us and through us that we get the delightful responsibility to redirect. We get the delightful responsibility to change. And we acknowledge in this moment that change, that transformation can be difficult, that it can be painful, but it is a blessed acknowledgement that we are growing when we feel discomfort. And so in this moment, we proclaim that we move forward into the storms, that we stand strong, that even as we bend in these storms, that we recognize that these deep roots keep us together. We give thanks in this moment for the togetherness that we find in family. We give thanks in this moment for the togetherness that we find in friendship. We give thanks for this moment that the togetherness that we find in community is what sustains us. And we give thanks that today we are right here exactly where we're supposed to be, covered in, lifted up, and surrounded by your love. For we are beings of love. We are made from the same infinitely powerful stuff that emerged from you and created all that we can see, perceive, feel, and know. And so today, as we begin to move forward with today's practice, today's download, today's energy, today's communal meditation around the world, that we do so in proclamation of the good. And that we give that good not only to ourselves, but to others who are around us, embracing the understanding that we never get what we want, but we only get what we are. And so we as light beings proclaim this moment sealed, this moment lifted, this moment delivered, this moment proclaimed. All of this goodness that we speak it for everyone under the sound of our voice, those who are hearing it live, those who are feeling it on the replay, those who will experience it through our actions this week with the people that we touch and surround in love. We speak it as such, and so it is. We proclaim it together. Amen. Amen. Hotep, Shalom, Namaste, Ashe. And so it is. Let's prepare our hearts and minds for our pouring of libations. Today, as we prepare for our pouring of libations, we invite you to take this moment to acknowledge those who have gone before. I've always found that in moments of low place, which we have from time to time, from low vibration to things that distract us in the world, that if we just pause to think about those who came before us, when we talk about all my relations, and we talk about the Lakota term Mitakwi Asin, which is that is what it means, that we're all related. When we talk about that, we get a moment of reflection. And when I get a moment of reflection, I am grateful for the stories that I had as a child. I'm grateful for the things that I absorbed from people that I did not know I absorbed, good and bad, so to speak, because it all goes into how we enact these things. But I'm ever grateful to know that those who did their job of delivering me here poured into the next generation so that we would be able to live, to sustain, and to grow. And so, in this moment, I invite you to start thinking about those people in your family, those people in your old school system, those people in your neighborhood, those people who made an impact on you. And as we pour this water that represents the living, we pour into the earth that represents what happens to this earth suit when we no longer need it. Because, y'all, we recognize that absence in this physical body means presence with divine source. And so we speak that the ancestral energy will join us today as we pour this water. As we pour, we say, cool water, freshen our spirits, ashe. Freshen and consecrate this space for spiritual work, ashe. Freshen our collective ancestors around the world altogether, ashe. Give thanks and we give praise to Almighty Mother, Father God, Divine Source, and all creation, ashe. In this spirit of creation, do grant to us peace and prosperity, ashe. We pour to the energy, the sacred energy of the symbolism of the North. The North tells us to be a yes today. So I invite us all to just say yes and not say no. You open up so many more doors when you say yes to spirit, yes to community, yes to family, yes to friendship, yes to love. Be a yes today, that North spirit, ashe. We also speak to the energy of the South to recognize who we are and whose we are, ashe. We pour to the energy of the East. I got on my yellow headband today, representing that sun. And yes, I love it, although sun is technically blue because it's 3,600, what, the Kelvin scale? Well, anyway, thank you very much. It's technically the color of sunlight is blue, but we represent it as yellow because that's what we perceive. But either way, we perceive the sun. And so because we perceive the sun, we know that today is a brand new day. So do not carry into right now that which is already behind you. It's like trying to go down the interstate driving with your rearview mirror only. Ashe. To the energy of the West, the going down of the sun, recognizing that and acknowledging that even as the sun goes down, the moon and the stars give us light. So even in your dark moments, embrace the light that the universe shows to you. Ashe. To the ground below us, being grounded, being grounded in cultural ways and mores that give us strength and yet open our heart to love ourselves and to love others as well. Ashe. To the sky above us, an open landscape for our dreams. May you always be able to let your mind be at peace enough to tune into the divine purpose that has been set for you. Ashe. And finally, to the sixth, the seventh direction, the direction that pulls it all together, the space of the heart. May your heart chakra be light, and may your heart be as light as what the Kemetic people call the feather of Ma'at. May there be truth, justice, reciprocity, and righteousness in your world. And most importantly, in the words of good old Nat King Cole, let there be love. Ashe. This moment, we'd like to welcome the opportunity for you to share either by typing a name in the chat or by saying a name aloud, someone you want to recognize or people that you want to recognize as we pour these next few pours of water. Call their names aloud as we welcome the ancestral energy into this space. Yes, yes, as those names keep coming in. Finally, we pour for the children in the world, the children in the womb, and those yet unborn. And we say together around the world, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Oh, it is done. I want to say good morning to everybody who is joining us in the chat. We got a few moments of gratitude to still share with you. So we're very, very grateful that you showed up with us today. We're so very grateful to see you. I see some folks in the chat. I'm just going to go ahead and shout some folks out. I see Courtney Williams is in the chat saying hello. We say Chriswell Muhammad is in the chat saying hello. As we scroll up, we get to see what people are grateful for as they are sharing. We put that up on the screen already. But if you see yourself on the screen, we say hello. Brother Richard Griffin, we see you. There's Brother Richard Griffin in the house. Good morning, Dr. Tiffany Smith is in the house, y'all. We got great new folks joining us in the Infinite Life stream. Christy Sharp is saying, grateful for the movement of my limbs. Come on now. Brother Tyrell, peace and love. So excited to see us all today. Tashana is coming off this wonderful birthday on yesterday, and she is saying, hey, I'm grateful for all of that. I love the energy that's coming in on the chat. Y'all are ready because this practice today is going to be an energizing energy. Listen, if you are brand new to the Infinity Fellowship, this is your first time, we want to say good morning. We also want to welcome you in this place today because we are very, very grateful that you decided to join us. And so there is a slide that we want to put up that will give you an opportunity to let us know who you are. And it's right there. It says, welcome to Infinity. So we're going to put that also in the chat as well. If you are a very first time visitor at the Infinity Fellowship, we're going to invite you to scan that QR code. Okay. If you scan that QR code, it's simply quick response. That's what QR code means. So we invite you as you scan that QR code to go ahead and fill out that form. We know Yoga Sunday's new. Yoga Sunday is interesting. And if you are a first time visitor at the Infinity Fellowship, we would love to welcome you in a powerful way. The link just went into the chat as well. So if you are with us today, you are here for a reason. Fill that form out. We can let you know what Infinity Fellowship is all about. Invite you to our Sunday services. The in-person service is coming up this coming Sunday or next Sunday. And we like to let you know that we see and know who you truly are. And you are not just a human being who showed up to have a spiritual experience, in this case through yoga today, but you are a spirit navigating the human experience just like the rest of us. And so we like to welcome you into the space in a very, very powerful way. This is how we say good morning. If you're just tuning in, my name is Rev Jeff. That's what I go by here. And I get to welcome you to this space called Infinity. Infinity is a unique and interspiritual community. We welcome people from all faiths, from all backgrounds, from all spiritual traditions. And we come together around those common principles that teach us how to live life and live life more abundantly. How awesome is that? So come as you are to Infinity. If you identify with the Christian or Islamic tradition, Judeo-Christian tradition, if you identify with Rastafarianism, if you identify with Ifa, whatever it may be, if you just say, I'm spiritual but not necessarily religious, but I need effective community, welcome to this law of attraction space that we call Infinity Fellowship. I'm going to invite you to fill out that form. And for those of you who've been asking about new members orientation and joining Infinity Fellowship because you like the vibe, there's a place on there where you can fill that out as well. You can just check a box and we'll get you into our next round of new members orientation. I want to give you a chance to just take a deep breath with us. Inhale and exhale. And as you're getting to recognize that this is your first time joining us on the Infinite Live Stream, we like to stretch our hands out to you. And if you're in the space, you can stretch your hands to somebody who will recognize you as well. I got a couple of practitioners joining me today. If you're at home getting ready to practice, grab somebody and repeat this to them. Even if you're not a first-time visitor, this may be the first time this week that you're reminded of who, what, where, when, and why you are. Isn't that awesome? All right, take a deep breath. Exhale, release. First timers, know that people are repeating this all over the world just for you. I see you, but you don't hear me though. I really see the real you. I see who you are. You are a divine manifestation of God's creation. I see what you are. You are a spirit. You're more than what's on the outside. You're a gift to me and to the entire world. I see where you are. You're right here in front of me. Well, I can let you know, if nobody else will, that you are not alone. I'm with you, we're with you, and you are at home. I see when you are. You're in the right now, baby. You are so much more than your yesterday. I see why you are. You're here to learn, to grow, to embrace your dreams, and to celebrate your divine destiny. I know all this because I'm here to do the same thing. So we're going to help each other out. All right? All right? I know the real you. And I see you shining today. I feel you shining today. I know you're shining today. So welcome to infinity. Welcome home. Ashe. Oh, yay. Shake it out. Hit the thumbs up button right now. Hit the like button right now. Hit the subscribe button right now. Do it what you need to do. Everybody, right now, whatever venue you have, whether you're on YouTube, hey, hit the thumbs up. If you're on Facebook, give us some hearts right now. Hit the follow button right now. If you're on X, hit that little re-X button. Used to be retweet. Hit the re-X button. Share it. Tag somebody. If you know somebody that wants to get their body in shape, they may be an advanced yogi, they may be a first timer, they may be somebody who's saying, hey, I just want to align my body with all of this stuff I've been talking spiritually, that all of this stuff I've been studying in the books, I'm ready to live a good life. We want you to tag them, just call their name, just share the stream, share it with somebody, share that love. Go ahead and feel that groove, because in this moment it's time for us to participate in a powerful way. As is with any effective ritual, we give a chance for people to participate in a tangible way at infinity that comes to us through the space of giving. So it is giving time at the Infinity Fellowship. Yes, all over the world. This is when we have an opportunity to pour back into the place that provides us with our spiritual food. And many of us do it through the practice of tithing. I love tithing. It is what I call the great equalizer. That if you get $1,000, you get 900, you take 10%, which is $100, and you give that back to where you already receiving your spiritual food. You've been receiving so many good things. The beautiful thing is, if I've got $10,000, I get 9,000 of it, and 1,000 goes back. Just 1 out of 10 goes back into that cycle. Here's what's beautiful. If I got $100, that's $10 that goes back at 90 for me. If I got $1, it's 10 cents. So everybody can say, well, one day when I get to the ability to tithe, no, it's not a one day, it's a practice. And I always talk about it because it's an important way for you to acknowledge that the God of your acceptance of an understanding is your source. and that you're freely in a space. There's also the offering where you get a chance to pour in what your heart feels like pouring in today. And that is a part of spiritual practice too. So if you're new to Infinity and you're feeling this love energy, you know that life is about reciprocity. Divine reciprocity was our theme the entire year. So for those of you last year who fell into the practice and intentionally aligned yourself with the practice of being a giver, and you change your vibration from being a taker to a giver, you've seen all of the benefits. And as we are now in the year of divine development, recognizing that we are powered by love and guided by vision, oh my goodness, you automatically know. So share it with somebody. And if you're new to it, try it and see how it'll work. So as you are getting your devices ready to give, you can give via PayPal, you can give via Cash App, you can give via mail. You can use what we call snail mail now, which is just how we used to communicate back in the day, writing letters. But you can give in various ways, and we'll put a slide up so that you can enjoy that as well. We also like to say everything is good at Infinity. So I want you to say that with me, because when you give and we give in a powerful and affirming vibration of understanding that we are simply participating in the universal flow of life. So isn't it awesome? Isn't it great to be able to give from a place where you're not guilted, but you just know that it's a part of your own spiritual growth? So to you, if you are ready to go to the next level, we want you to participate in this moment right now as we join in community. Your partnership in this space allows us to keep growing and glowing and going. And so we're thankful for you. Take a deep breath. Let it all out. Repeat after me. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. I got it. I got it. I got it good. All right, now we're going to put up our offertory affirmation, and we're going to say that offertory affirmation all together, and then we're going to sing that song. Everything is good. So on the screen, you'll see our affirmation. Let us speak it together with intention. O limitless, abundant creator, source of everything I possess, you have given me the gifts of life, breath, and creativity. You continue to provide for me without judgment or preference. And so I freely return these gifts to you with my whole heart, mind, and intention, knowing that as I give freely with both remembrance and gratitude, the circle of abundance will be unbroken, and so it is. Everything is good. Let us give at this time, and let us sing a little bit while we're giving. We'll put the slide up for you to be able to give as well. Come on, let's get our devices and do this thing. Come on. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. And I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Everything is good. Let me hear you. Everything is Yeah. And a blessing on there. We had a good and a little sneeze at the end there. We're excited, though, that you have joined us today to get ready for our practice. And we are excited that we've got practitioners joining us from all over the place today. And after today's meditation, they're going to join us for our Infinite Life Stream. And we're going to be able to practice together wherever you are in the world. Isn't it awesome? So, as you come to the mats, we're going to invite you to prepare your heart and your mind briefly with a meditation that comes from an old and familiar source, a historic source. And that source is the great and late Frederick Douglass. Frederick Douglass reminds us if there is no struggle, there is no progress. Those who profess to favor freedom, yet deprecate agitation, are men who want crops without plowing the ground. They want rain without thunder and lightning. They want the ocean without the roar of its mighty waters. The struggle may be a moral one, or it may be a physical one, or it may be both moral and physical, but it must be a struggle. Power concedes nothing without a demand. It never has, and it never will. Power concedes nothing without demand. It never has, and it never will. Today, for a brief moment, just in terms of a download, I want y'all to turn to somebody and say 10-4,
10-4.
over and out.
Over and out.
You see, we hear this concept of 10-4. I sent 10-4 to my daughter the other day, one of my lovely, technically aware and awake and competent daughters. And I sent a message, I said 10-4 on something, and she said, "What does that mean?" And I took it for granted. And I said, whoa, they didn't come up in the culture. When I was coming up in the culture, there's something called CB radios. You would use CB radios. And in the old days, this citizens band radio was a way to communicate with other people on the highway. And if you could communicate with other people on the highway, you could talk to truckers. Truckers use CB radios to keep in touch with each other. And they'd be like, 19er, 24, 19er, breaking 12, breaking 15, breaking 19. And they would do all of this language. You could hear all the truckers talking. And one thing they would always say is 10-4, 10-4, or what's your 20? This language comes out of law enforcement. 10-4 is an acknowledgement. It is saying, I understand. 10-4, I understand. It's unique today because as we get ready for this practice today, this is a 10-4 practice that we're going to teach. It means I understand. But it is also something that we want to absorb daily. Because when you say 10-4 in law enforcement, when you're on the walkie-talkie or the speaker or the phone and somebody says, I need you to do this right now, your acknowledgement of doing that is 10-4. I understand. I got you. Heard. We got many ways of saying it now. But today, particularly, we want to say 10-4. Reason why is because when we talk about law enforcement, we think about legality in political systems, but there is a universal law that enforces itself. And that universal law is everything is working for me. Take a deep breath. Let it go. Say that aloud. The universe is for me.
The universe is for me.
Try it. Place your hands over your heart and say, the universe is for me,
The universe is for me.
not against me.
Not against me.
And see, it's important that you recognize that because that's an acknowledgement. That's a 10-4 moment. Because the universal law says that that blade of grass does not need any other thought process other than to reach out toward the sun, to know that the rain is going to come, to know that it's going to continue to grow regardless. And one thing that you recognize is even through concrete, grass will eventually grow. It will find its way. And if we're talking about that, we know that the universe is always working for. We acknowledge that we get caught up sometimes thinking that the universe is working against us because we end up making ourselves bigger than the universe. We end up saying that our problems are bigger than the universe, that how we look at the world and how we approach the world is more important than the universal flow of life. But I'm here to tell you that the acknowledgement that the universe is for me is the first step in moving into the abundant life that you expect, or that you should expect, because you should expect it because everything else in the universe is working in that same flow. There is expectation that the sun is coming up. There is expectation that you're going to have food and water, and you're going to be provided for. Even when you've gone through rough times, you've made it to where you are. 10-4. Acknowledgement. Everything is okay. Now, here's what I'm going to give you as we prepare our minds and our hearts for the mat, that you don't just fall into alignment by continuing to be distracted by the things that are keeping you out of alignment. You fall into alignment by daily practice. What do you do when you get up in the morning? Do you acknowledge the presence of the divine? Do you pause to put your hands over your heart and say simply, the universe is for me? Because if you don't, I'm encouraging you in this moment, I'm daring you in this moment to adopt a practice that allows you to start your day with gratitude. Because when you walk out the door, you are either drawing good to your high vibration or you're drawing negativity to your low vibration. And you will see a series of unfortunate events, or you will see a series of good events. And at least you will see the way to navigate through, because 10-4 is acknowledgement. This is a practice that we're going to give you today. The reason why it's important, the Spirit wanted to give you this particular practice today is because we say we need something that we can do on a continual basis. This is a practice that you can do. If you breathe through one breath, you can do it in 10 minutes. Somebody say 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
We give 8 hours to the workplace. We give 40 hours a week to that or more sometimes. We give 3 hours to a good movie. Can you give 10 minutes to align your body with your mind and your spirit? Because if you can do this practice, we're going to go through it, we're going to work through it, get the poses right, and then we're going to actually flow through it. It is for all levels. We'll make adjustments along the way. But what it is a 10-4 practice. It is an acknowledgement that this is the year of divine development. And some of us, some of you, some of all of us have slacked off on how we are taking care of this earth suit. And so we want you to know that the universe wants you to be pain-free. The universe wants you to be flexible. The universe wants you to be around for a long time so that you can enjoy all of the blessings that you are finding for walking in your divine purpose. So we're not going to leave the earth suit behind. 10 minutes. And the reason why we say 10-4 is not only because it's an acknowledgement, but it's because you can do this 10 minutes 4 times a day. 4 times a week. I would say 4 times a day. That'd be awesome. 4 times a week, we want to make it easy. You can do Monday, Tuesday, take Wednesday off, do Thursday, Friday. You can do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then Sunday morning before you come to infinity. You'll feel great. 10 minutes when you wake up in the morning. 10 minutes. 10-4. 10-4. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Let's let it out. Now, one of the things that we want to acknowledge, and we're going to be moving a lot smooth, so I want you to keep me and catch me wherever you can catch me as we're moving. We want to be able to acknowledge this. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with a position of meditation. Yes, and we're going to start with a position that allows us to center ourselves. And we're going to bring in some people from the stream, from all over. I'm happy that we got them appearing with us. They're joining us from Texas. They're joining us from Georgia. They're joining us from Nashville. And they are on with us now. You'll see them. We'll move back and forth between them. We'll make sure that we acknowledge them in a powerful way. It is time to practice. I thank you all for joining us on the Infinite Life stream today. Y'all see them right there on the left of your screen. It's actually quite beautiful to know that we are all practicing together from around the world. So here's what we're going to do so that you have a preview. We're going to start in a meditative position so that we can clear our minds. We're going to end in a prayer position. So, in between, we're going to do 10 poses. There's that number 10. There's that number 10. And I don't want y'all to worry about it. I just want y'all to flow with it. Kai is going to go a little bit back and forth with featuring some of our people back and forth in the practice so that you can see how easy it is to do this. And you can see it in real time. This is what I love about the yoga space. So I'm going to ask that you now move to your mat, to your position of practice. Sit in an upright position. And we want you to assume a stance as you are sitting, a position, a pose, an asana, if you will. That's what asana means. Asana simply means physical pose. It's one of the 8 limbs of yoga. And from this space of asana, we want you to find a position that allows you to feel your breath moving through your body. Inhale. Exhale and release it. Inhale. And exhale and release. Inhale. Exhale and release. Continuing to breathe, something like this. Surely paying attention to the expression of life that is animating your body. It is miraculous. You don't need to judge it that way. But just allow yourself to truly embrace the gift of breathing. Feel it enter in through your nose. Feel it travel into your nasal passages, down through the esophagus and the throat, down into your chest, and even down into your lower belly. Make each inhale a little more full. Make each exhale a little more complete. As the sounds of nature appear, recognize that they are simply an acknowledgement that your senses are working. Invite them into the breath, and then release as you come back to the recognition of your stillness. Breathing in and breathing out. If you've not done so, allow your eyes to gently close from bottom to top or top to bottom. Inhale, focusing on gratitude for the ability to see. Exhale, acknowledging that ability. Inhaling, acknowledging the ability to hear. Exhaling, celebrating in gratitude that gift. Inhaling, Acknowledging the ability to breathe and to smell and to detect things with the sense of the nose. Exhaling in gratitude for that sense. Inhaling, acknowledging the gift of taste, the ability to consume food and good things for your body that will feed and fuel this vessel in a beautiful way. And exhale in gratitude for this sense. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Finding the position of prayer you would like to take, whether your hands are at heart center, whether your palms are facing up, whether your hands are clasped together. Do something physical that shifts you slightly from the meditative position to a position of acknowledgement, a position of gratitude. Divine Source, as we start this practice today, as we move this energy through our bodies, we are grateful for the senses that we have acknowledged. We are grateful for their entry through the 7 portals of our minds, our eyes, our ears, our nostrils, our mouth. We're grateful to now embrace this energy in our hearts. We're grateful for those who are with us in this journey, and we're most importantly grateful to be a yes today. We acknowledge that there may have been some who got here just by the hair of their nose. There are some people who got here in preparation early, and there are some people who simply showed up in this moment and said, you know what, I don't know what it is, but I'm compelled to be here. We speak that they will join together with us in this vibration to be lifted in communal light and love. For those who may be feeling pain in the body, we acknowledge it. And we speak that we will, as we stretch ourselves and move ourselves, pay attention to this body. As we move this body into a space of healing, we proclaim that this practice is in alignment with that intention, and that something may be felt, shared, experienced, or revealed that will continually affirm how good you are in our lives, and that the universe is truly working for us. For these and other blessings that we cannot put into verbs, into acknowledgments, we can simply say thank you. Deep breath in, exhale and let it go. We proclaim it as such, and so it is. Amen, Amen, Hotep, Shalom, Namaste, Ashe. All right, lift your hands up and shake those fingers out. Let's give us some various variations of spirit fingers as well. Spirit fingers toward the screen. Send some spirit energy into the space as we shake those wrists and wiggle those fingers. We want to really warm those wrists up. And now let's start some hand circles. Whether we are to just loosen those wrists with our fingers out, make our fists and do the same thing. Good. Now take your hand, one hand, and place it on the top of your fingers, and just bring the fingers slightly back toward the body just to warm them up. And switch hands, palms facing out, pulling your fingers back towards your body. Good. Now shake them out again. Now, pre-practice, these 10 poses, we're going to practice these things, and you're going to be surprised at how beautifully we move through them. It's going to be awesome. We want you just to lie back. I want to imagine that you just got up from bed, in bed. You sat up, you did your meditation movement, but you're getting ready for this. So what you're going to do is lie all the way back on your mat. As you lie all the way back on your mat, Leave your right foot, your right leg straight, and bring your left knee to your chest. Wrap your arms around it and embrace them. Good. And just feel that stretch. Inhale and exhale. Rock your body gently a little bit from side to side. Oh, it feels good to wake up in the morning. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm waking up in the morning. Yeah. Switch legs. Send that left leg out. Bring that right knee up to your chest and just stretch. Point that toe forward on that extended leg and then just bring that knee to your chest as you can, as you're able. You're just stretching on your own. You're just getting it ready. You're getting this space ready for divine energy that is coming in. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. Good. All right, switch legs one more time. We're just going to warm that body up. If you can imagine in the morning, if you do that before you even got out of bed, how you would feel. All right, good. Switch legs now. Good. And just like a baby being born in the womb, oh my goodness, we're going to make ourselves happy today. So we're going to invite you to bring both knees to your chest. And as you've got both knees to your chest, we want you to slightly move your knees apart so that you can reach between your legs and grab your toes. If you've got two fingers and you can grab your toes, grab your toes. If you'd like to put a towel or a strap around your toes or the balls of your feet, pull them in, and that's going to be happy baby. We're going to stretch our legs a little bit toward the sky, and then we're just going to rock a little bit from side to side. And that's good. And if you tip over and you fall over, happy baby. Happy babies tip over and fall over sometimes. They just tip over and fall over. Listen, I fell over last night. I fell over this morning. All of you, wherever you are in the world, as we are featuring, this is happy baby. Yes, happy baby. Good. That's why they call it happy baby, y'all. That's when you see babies playing, they ain't thinking about it. They fall over and so y'all do the same thing. Happy baby. All right. Lift yourself back up to a seated position after releasing your toes. Come back up with your feet extended in front of you. Toes facing up toward the ceiling. Give us one more way to warm up our body before we jump out of the bed. All right. As you are extending your right leg forward, we want you to bend your left leg, bring your left foot to the inside of your right thigh. Grab your strap if you need to, or your towel. We're going to do a single-legged forward fold. And again, this is just our little warm-up phase, okay? So inhale, reach up toward the ceiling. Exhale, square your body with that right foot and lean forward. If you need to, put the strap around the ball of your foot or the towel around the ball of your foot. And as you exhale, begin to bend forward. And if you want to get into a deeper position or a deeper expression of this pose, reach both hands up toward the sky and look toward the sky. Begin building, or bending rather, with your lower back, your lumbar spine, keeping your shoulder blades together. Those of you who have experience in dance and other places, you'll be good at this, until you can no longer bend forward, and then you begin to engage the thoracic and the cervical spine all the way down. But keep your head up as long as you can until you can reach the extension of the pose. This pose is for everyone. You can go both hands, you can go one hand. Take a deep breath and see if you can take it a little deeper into the pose. Excellent. Deep inhale. And on an exhale, come back up to sitting. All right, bring that left foot to match the right foot. Good, and then switch the opposite side. Left leg extended, right foot tucked into the inside of that left thigh. Knee facing outward, of course. And we're going to do a forward fold on the opposite side, inhaling up and bending forward. This is great. Find that position and hold it. Deep inhale. Let your body talk to you. Feel what your body needs to feel. On exhale, see if you can take the stretch a little bit deeper. You want to awaken the quad muscles on the back of the leg. That is great. Deep inhale. On an exhale, come all the way back up. Bring your right leg to match your left, seated forward. Toes pointed toward the ceiling, either pointed forward or flex backwards, reaching up, and we're going to do a forward fold with both hands. Grab your strap or grab your towel, and we're going to do a seated forward fold. Breathing continually throughout, recognizing that yoga is not pain. Good, but it's stillness. Seated in the rest position. Good. Take a deep inhale, and on an exhale, come back to seated. Good. Roll your shoulders back in circles. Feel yourself opening back up. Good. Now you just got out of the bed. You could have done that in a minute. You could have spent a minute stretching like that. Just go through, go through, go through, go through. And now we're going to come to a seated position. An all four position. For our first pose of this 10-4 practice is going to be absolutely awesome. We're going to square ourselves up on the mat. And by squaring ourselves up, first timers and beginners, we're going to make sure that our wrists are directly underneath our shoulder blades and that our hips are directly aligned over our knees. And this way we're not leaning back, we're not hyperextended forward, but we find the position of a tabletop. Toes may be tucked or pointed, whichever one is comfortable for you. On an inhale, we're going to lift our head toward the ceiling and drop our navels toward the floor, arching our back. On an exhale, we're going to tuck our chin to our chest, and we're going to round our back like a cat. And let's just take a few cycles of breath just like that. Inhaling into cow, lowering that navel, lifting the crown of the head up. Exhaling slowly into cat. That cat position is when you got a cat in the corner and they say, you've seen it before. But in this position, it is a healing position. So on your own, I want you to breathe and let the breath lead the movement. Hear that. Let the breath lead the movement. Begin the inhale into cow, so that when the inhale has you completely full, you are in the highest realization of the pose. Pause gently. Begin slowly the exhale, so that by the time you've reached the cat position, you have reached the full realization of the pose. On your own, do at least 3 rounds of breath, inhaling and exhaling. In yoga, we do not pay attention to anyone but our own practice. Feel the breath moving to your entire body, fueling you, igniting you, awakening the vertebra on your spine, releasing all tension. Good. Now come back to the tabletop position. And as a position of transition to position number 2, we're going to invite you to go ahead and tuck your toes with the ball of your feet on your mat. Spread your feet to the outer edges of the mat. And we want you to lift your hips off the ground. Push back so that your chest pushes back towards your kneecaps and you straighten your legs, lifting your hips toward the ceiling. That is downward dog. Ah, yes. Everyone's favorite position. This is position number 2, downward dog. Downward dog is a pyramid, as we know. The more we find the pyramid, the more we find the balance. It is not a push-up. So if you find yourself leaning forward in your body, your arms are going to not like you. As you have locked in your arms, if you turn your biceps outward, keep your arms locked in, you'll find that you'll get a strength position. This is great. Downward facing dog. Take one more deep breath in downward facing dog. And on a big exhale, look between your hands and you can step, float, or jump forward to the front of the mat. And just go ahead and enjoy a forward fold in relaxation since you've been there already. On an inhale, come halfway up, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. For those of you who are doing forward fold for the first time, if you need to raise the floor, just grab a book or a block and just place a hand on either book or block in front of you or to the side to elevate the floor. If you need a deeper stretch, you can always stand on a block or a book so that you can have even more room for the ultra flexible out there. Forward fold is for everyone. Find the stillness and hold it. You can also bend the knees. That's another way to help make the pose easy. Easier. We always want to challenge ourselves. Inhale, drop it deeper. Slow inhale, begin to raise up, reach up, reach up. Begin to extend into extended mountain pose. Hands together at prayer. And exhale, bring those hands together. This is where we invite you to just set an intention in this moment. We're on pose sequence number 3, and we're already moving through in an awesome way. Pose sequence number 3 is going to be Sun Salutation A. So we're going to talk you through it, okay? The first part is inhale up to extended mountain pose. Everybody find extended mountain pose. Make sure your body is balanced. Make sure that your feet are locked in. Again, we're not going to go too deep into the form instruction today because I want you to get this practice in. And as you're mindful of form and function as you do this during the week, everything else is going to align. That's extended mountain pose. From extended mountain pose, we're going to invite you to do forward fold. So everybody just take a second to go into forward fold there. Good. From there, I'm going to invite you to take a breath and come up to halfway lift. Hands on the ankles, the floor, the knees, the shins. Then I'm going to invite you to take yourself to a lower plank position. For those of you who like to put your butts in the air, that's not downward facing dog. Bring your butt down in alignment and bring yourself a little closer to the floor if you need to. From there, we're going to invite you to just move 2 inches forward. Drop those feet to the mat. Point those toes toward the back of the room and press up with the chest. Open the chest. And then right now, I want you to check and just to make sure that your feet are in alignment, your toes are in alignment with your legs, which is perfect. Sometimes we can get out of alignment because our toes want to point in to meet each other or point outward, and it's not how we get the best expression of the pose. In upward facing dog, you can rest on the mat. You can also engage the quads, engage the core, and as you roll your shoulders back and press up, you can lift your thighs off the mat if you have that in your practice. From upward facing dog, I'm going to invite you to press back into downward facing dog. Press back. That is the Sun A. All right? So we're going to practice from here a Sun A, and we're just going to do a breath or so at a time so that you can see what it feels like in real time if we were doing this in 10 minutes. So deep breath in. I'll hit the mic. Exhale, blow it all out. Step, jump, or float forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Let's do 2 Sun A's. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. I love it. Those of you who have it in you to step, to jump back, to shoot back, by all means. Big inhale. Blow it all out. Step, jump, or float to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, extended mountain pose, all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Looking good, feeling good, doing good. You got this. Big inhale. Exhale, blow it all out. Step or jump or float to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. As you're folding forward, inhale up slightly into chair position, arms up. With your biceps trying to reach your ears if possible and bending your knees slightly. Let's just take 3 breaths here, in and out. Looking good. Remembering to sit our hips back and our buttocks back toward the room. Keeps us from bending forward. It keeps us in the sitting position. Big inhale, sit a little deeper. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Hands together at prayer. Exhale to heart center. Deep breath here. Exhale. Release the arms to the center. All right. Sun A. We're going to Sun B. We're going to take a step back with our left foot. That's going to bring us into Warrior One. So as we step back with our left foot, our right foot will step forward, and we're going to make sure that our knee is directly over our ankle. Our shoulders are rolled back and down, even as our hands and arms are extended toward the ceiling, and we're looking up through our hands. Looking good, everybody. Looking up through our hands. That is going to be the Warrior One position. Good. Come back to the front of your mat. I want you to check the opposite side for Warrior One. Make sure that the alignment is the same. Hips are facing toward the front. That front knee is directly over that ankle. If you have to spread out your stance a little more, that's all good. If you have to shorten it, it's all good. No excuses. There's yoga for everybody. If you have more flexibility, you want more challenge, take these poses into a deeper direction and you will be just awesome. All right. Now we're going to get into this by stepping to the front of our mat. Good. And we're going to go right to Sun B. Inhale. Step that left foot back. Warrior one. Good. Now we're ready for the flow of it. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Blow it out. Take just the left foot forward between your hands. Inhale up on the opposite side. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step forward with the right foot. On the exhale, come up into warrior one on the right side. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, blow out all air. Step that left foot forward. Inhale up. Warrior one on the left side. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big inhale here. Exhale, step, float, or jump to the front of your mat with both feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Exhale, release. Good. Shake your arms out. Congratulate yourself. We've gotten through that. We're about to go halfway through. This next pose is going to be the pose called dancer. You may need a towel. You may need a strap. But what we want to do is stand in mountain pose. We're going to practice this. Stand in mountain pose. Make sure that your feet are 12 o'clock, true north. Then we're going to lean the weight to one side, to the right side. We're going to lean the weight of your body to one side. We're going to lift that left leg. Just lift that heel toward the buttock. That may be what you have in you for dancer pose. If you are able to, either using a towel as an assist or a hand, you can wrap and grab your ankle. You can reach your left arm back, your left hand back, and grab your ankle or grab your toes, whatever pose is going to be comfortable for you, and reach your right arm up to be in alignment with the right side of your body so that your bicep is in alignment with your ear. Good. That alone is enough for dancer. For those who are advanced, you want to take a deep breath. You begin to bend forward and kick that foot back into that hand as you find the balance, like tipping the teapot. And if you fall out, we fall out, but that's dancer. Those of you who are advanced can reach around and grab with a strap. You know how you do it. The front of those toes and reach forward as you kick back into the dancer pose. There we go. As we find it, we're going to hold it as we can. And if you hadn't done dancer in a pose in a while, it's a challenge. But we want you to never stop breathing. And you find the balance by kicking that foot back into that hand as you're pulling it. There it is, square. There it is. There it is. That's great. Exhale to come out of the pose and release. That's dancer. That's dancer left. And of course, with balance, we want to do it on the right side. Thank y'all. Y'all are hanging in there. All right, come back to extended. Come back to mountain pose, Tadasana. This time we're going to shift only slightly, shift the energy towards your left side so that you can then engage that right leg. And as you engage that right leg, we send that left arm up. And we begin to lean forward and just go a little bit at a time. Find the balance in the breath. Take another breath and lean forward a little more. Find a point until you can find the balance. Looking awesome, y'all, looking awesome. And you'll find that it may be easier on one side or another. I invite you to do the arm first because the arm is going to give your body that chance to balance before you begin to tip forward and lean forward. Find the stability with the arm in the air. And when you fall out, you fall out. We fall down, but we get back into dancer pose. For a dancer's just a person who fell down and got up. I'll rewrite any song. I will do it. Pause in that. Good. Exhale to release. Turn you to the side of your mat. Choose your side. Spread your legs toward the outer edges of the mat, bringing the edge of your foot in parallel to the edge of your mat. You can place your hands there on your hips. If you want another star exercise, you can place your arms to the side, out in alignment. Just feel that for a moment. But either way, we're going to do a wide-legged forward fold. So if you have a block or some blocks or books near you or pillows near you, you can stack them up or place them wherever you need to place them. But we're just going to begin to fold forward without leaning back. Fold forward. For those of you who have it in your practice, you can grab your ankles, then lower your head to the floor. If you have a block or a book and you need support, you can always lean onto the blocks. Some people like to rest the head on the block. I'm trying not to hit my microphone. Many ways to do this. You may just lean forward. If you're by the sofa, put your hands on the pillow, on the arm of the sofa or the chair. We got a way to do this for everybody. And we're just going to sit in this restorative position for just a few breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Feeling good. Releasing. Embracing the stillness. Hearing what your body has to tell you. For the inhale. And for the exhale. This is a position of restoration. Again, if you're doing 10-4, you can do 3 breaths in this position. If you're doing it for 10 minutes, you can do it there. We've got a little bit more time to get you through it today, so we're okay with that. But from here, take one more deep breath, and on an exhale, bring yourself back up to a standing position. Good. Shake out your arms, shake out your legs. Give yourself a little pat down massage with your fists all over your body. Get your blood moving. 10-4, y'all got it? 10-4, 10-4, 10-4, 10-4, 10-4, 10-4. All right, good. Let's come to a seated position, y'all. We're on pose number 7. 7 of 10. Isn't it beautiful? Not 7 of 9. Tertiary adjunct of Unimatrix 1. That's my Star Trek reference for those of you who got that. But we're doing 7 of 10 today. Lie all the way back. We're going to bridge pose. Lie all the way back on your mat. Bringing your knees, bending your knees rather, and bringing your ankles towards your buttocks. On bridge pose, we're simply going to pretend that there is a hook that's going to be inserted in our navel, and we're just going to lift that, and it's going to raise our hips off the mat. And I advise you in this pose to be careful. Do not look from left to right. We want your neck to be perfectly straight. When you lift up into this pose, your chin is naturally going to go to your chest. You don't have to move your head But once you reach the position, do not move your head from left to right. Do not try to look around. Do not try to do all of that. We don't want to damage your spine. You can place your hands to the sides with your palms down. For those of you who are advanced yogis, you can bring your hands together, clasp those fingers together underneath your body on the floor, on the mat, in prayer, full clasp, or with the pointed and anointed Christmas tree pattern of the mudra. So on an inhale, lift those hips off the mat, raise that navel toward the sky, and enjoy bridge pose. For those of you who would like to rest in bridge pose in the future, you can always place a blanket or a block near your tailbone. As long as you don't place it on the bone, find a comfortable position for that. Breathe in and breathe out. This is bridge pose. We're making great time, y'all. We're making great time. From bridge pose, we're going to lower ourselves to the ground, keeping our feet tucked toward our buttocks, bringing our knees together. We're going to now drop our knees toward the outer edges of the mat, bringing the bottom of our feet together. Place one hand on the chest and one hand on the abdomen. That is Supta Baddha Konasana. This is going to release any stress that we may have held in our hips. Great job, y'all. I invite you to release that energy now. 3 deep breaths in this position. As this is going to be an abbreviated practice, go ahead and extend your legs. Extend your arms. This is Shavasana, corpse pose. Take 2 deep breaths in this position. Good. Spirit is going to have me do 2 things. You can rest in corpse pose, or we can demonstrate the timing on this process. I'm going to get my stopwatch ready. We're going to see how long it takes us. From that position, go ahead and come up to a seated position. This is the final position of rest. This is the position where you say your morning perm. You're pouring of energy into realignment for manifestation. This is when you go through gratitude. Start your prayer with gratitude. We call it gaps. Start your prayer with gratitude. Then acknowledgement. There are things that you want to fix. There are things that you know you need. When we get past that, we go through proclamation. You begin to proclaim, and so it is to those things that you'd like to see. And then S is for sealing. You seal it. In the name of the God of my understanding, in the name of fill it in. And so it is. Amen and Ashe. And that's what we do. There's the practice. Now, we're going to do this thing in a beautiful way. I'm inviting you all over the place. Don't worry. We're not going to hurt each other. We're just going to get ourselves in a great position. So, take a deep breath. Y'all ready to go? 10-4? Y'all give us 10-4? Y'all got thumbs up at home? What you got? Where are my infinite live streamers who are on with me? Can we get a thumbs up? It was like, hey, I can move my thumb. You got a thumb. You got a thumb. Your thumbs are moving. Come on now. I got the Lindsley family joining us from Warner Robins, including Taylor and Talia. Love y'all. We love y'all. We're giving y'all shout outs. We got Terrence and Thea joining us from Nashville, Tennessee. We got Christy Sharp joining us from Austin, Texas. And we got you joining us too. So let's do it. All right? Are y'all ready? We're going to hit the timer. Let's see how we do this thing. Y'all are going to be surprised at how amazing you absolutely are. Clearing the timer. Come to all fours. 3 breaths on your own. Cat, cow. Inhale into cat, cow. Exhale into cat. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale, come to neutral. Press back into downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Step, jump, or float to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Exhale, low plank. This is all on your own. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big inhale. Big exhale, blow it all out. Step, jump, or flow forward. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. I'm sorry, exhale, low plank. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Did we do that? Yeah. Exhale, shoot it back to plank. My fault. I got ahead of us. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Excellent. We're going to go right into Sun B. Inhale. Exhale, step the right foot forward. Inhale up. Warrior one on the right side. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Inhale up. Warrior one on the left side. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep inhale here. Exhale, blow it all out. Step, jump, or float both feet to the front of the mat. We're going to go right to that. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, extended mountain pose. You're doing great. Exhale and release. Dancer pose, starting with that left foot. Reach back. Tilt forward into dancer on that left side. Big inhale, big exhale. Exhale, release, swap to the opposite side. Big inhale, lift that arm. Exhale, tilt it forward. Big inhale here in the balance. Exhale, release. Turn to the side of the mat. Spread those legs. Feet toward the edges of the mat. Inhale. Exhale into a forward fold. Wide-legged, you can grab the ankles, grab the floor, grab the block, however you'd like to. 2 deep inhales here. Exhale and release. Come on up to standing. Find yourself to the seated position. Lie all the way back. Bring the knees toward the buttocks. Lift the hips and the navel toward the sky. I know y'all are doing it today and it's beautiful. Bridge pose. Inhale, up. And hold that bridge. We are looking awesome. We are feeling awesome. We are awakening this body. Exhale and release. Bringing the knees together and the feet together, still at the buttocks. Dropping the knees toward the outer edges of the mat. Reclined butterfly pose, Supta Baddha Konasana. One hand on the stomach, one hand on the chest. Breathing in and breathing out. Another deep breath in. Extending those legs into the Shavasana pose. Corpse pose. The end of the practice. As you relax into corpse pose, we're going to be corpse pose for real right now. So lie there and congratulate yourself for this time moving through this flow practice in 5 minutes and 42 seconds. 5 minutes and 42 seconds. So in this moment, as we are in corpse pose, I'm going to smudge everyone here. And as I smudge everyone here, I want us in our consciousness to say, is my activity, is the preservation of my limbs, is the securing of my mind, is the balancing of my spirit, is the starting of my day worth at least 5 minutes and 42 seconds? Is it worth at least 5 minutes and 42 seconds? You have gotten through this pose and this movement and this practice in a powerful way. You've done it twice in one Yoga Sunday. So I'm going to encourage you to congratulate yourself as you recognize the universe is for me. Enjoy a few moments of Shavasana at Yoga Sunday. And from this space of alignment and acceptance, I invite you to roll over on one side and just lie in the fetal position there. For just one moment, a few breaths. Congratulating yourself for feeling that feeling of accomplishment, allowing those endorphins to flow, these endorphins that will start your day off right. And I love the energy that we've got, some smudging going on, some love energy being embraced. We invite you to press yourself up to a seated position. From the seated position, place your hands at prayer. With the eyes closed, we speak in gratitude to the spirit of our commonality, known by many different traditions, embraced and experienced through many different names, and yet felt and understood by one singular energy that ignites a spark inside each and every one of us. We are grateful. Grateful for this daily practice, grateful for this moment in time, grateful for this ability to come together as community and to share this energy in acknowledgement of the need this world has for peace, in acknowledgement of the desire that we have to walk in our divine purpose, and in acknowledgement of those moments where we fell short, where we allowed our vibration to be dragged down and we were convinced that our circumstances defined us and not the other way around. We forgive ourselves in this moment. We proclaim alignment in this moment through this wonderful day of recognizing that all things are connected and all is protected. We speak in acknowledgement and proclamation, and we give thanks for this practice today, for those who gathered with us here and from around the globe. We speak that awesomeness and abundance will continue to flow for those who will share this broadcast with others, for those who will experience this practice daily. And we say to you, universe, 10-4, we got it. Over, but never out. And so it is. Amen. Amen. Hotep. Shalom. Namaste. Ashe. The divine in me recognizes the divine in you. Namaste. Namaste. The divine in me recognizes the divine in you, all those who practice with us and allowed yourself to be a part of this infinite life stream in a powerful way. You look just fabulous. And I want you to have an opportunity to remember this practice. So listen, if you are joining us for the first time and you said, well, Rev, I was doing the practice. I don't know if I can remember the practice. I put together a little something that will help you. And if we go to the slide and y'all just pay attention, y'all can take a shot of the 10-4 over and out practice. Why? Because this is something that we're going to do 10 minutes a day, 4 days a week. We got through this practice in 5 minutes and 42 seconds, y'all. If y'all just did one breath, you could probably get through it in about 4 minutes. Any activity, especially any yogic activity, is better than no activity. When you set your body and your mind in alignment before you start your day, I guarantee you amazing things will happen. So we'll put this slide back up at the end of transition, and we invite you to be a part of doing that practice, committing to do this practice 10 minutes, 4 days a week. I'm going to tell you the truth. This practice works every single day, because once you start doing it and you get to be a part of your routine and you love the way you feel and you love the fact that you started in a moment of meditation and that you ended in a moment of intense affirmative prayer that we call pouring energy into realignment for manifestation, nothing can stop you. You recognize the universe is rooting for you. So please, create this protective shield for yourself and watch what happens. I'm going to ask you as we get out of here, I'm going to ask you to share this broadcast with somebody. Say, look, there's a practice in here that I want you to do with me. Take a picture of this slide and put it on your social media. Do whatever you need to make sure that you share this phenomenal love that you've experienced today. Again, we love you guys as we get ready to move forward. We thank those of you who have joined us on the stream today and those of us who are saying hello in the chat. We invite you as you get ready to get out of here, speak something good in the chat to somebody you don't know. Just pick a stranger and wish them everything is okay. And in response, say 10-4, 10-4, 10-4, 10-4. This is how we bring it together, y'all. Listen, next week, we are in person here at the Infinity Fellowship. I invite you all to join me, 641 West Nocturne Drive. Voices of Infinity are here. Everything that we've got, Standing Ovations, is here. And guess what? We had a great Resurrection Sunday. If you have not watched that live stream, you got to watch that live stream. The second time we had a service this year in the middle of the month, it was so nice, we're going to do it twice. So we got a third Sunday, special guest coming in May. We're going to have a special If Teaches in person. I'm announcing it to you. Our special guest will be the legendary founder of the Nashville Center for Spiritual Living, the retired Dr. Mitch Johnson. He's going to be coming in to talk about Ernest Holmes' Law of Attraction and how to get what you want. So y'all better plan for Sunday, May 18th and next Sunday. We're going to have a great time here. Lots happening at Infinity. This is Reverend Jeff Obafemi, Carr, also known as Rev Jeff. I'm wishing and speaking you love. And I speak in this moment that the God of your acceptance and understanding, the infinite power of the universe, rest, rule, rock, and abide with you henceforth, now, and forevermore. Let us say together as we have our words on the screen. Amen. Amen. Hotep. Shalom. Namaste. Ashe. And so it is. I'll see y'all next week. I can't wait to meet many of you. And for our first timers, fill out that visitors form. We'd love to get to know you. Welcome home, y'all. Y'all have a great and awesome rest of the day and a powerful week. We love you. That's a fact you cannot change. Peace, blessing, and power.